Check one. Check two. Check one. Check two. We're live. We are live. We're live. It's a short, happy life. Welcome. This is your life taking center stage in the wild thing we call life. Oh, I wish I had a third hand. I wish I had a third hand. Welcome, everybody. Because life I think I have a song. I don't know. Good morning, everybody. Welcome, everybody. Welcome, everybody in the chat. That's what I do, man. I sketch in the morning. I sketch on my guitar. I sketch for songs. The great song of our time that might just come out, right? We all wish, we all pray, right? I was watching an interview with Rick Rubin. And Rick Rubin is a music producer. He's got the big beard and the funny hair, and he's very meditative. And he's produced everyone from people like the Red Hot Chili Peppers to Jay-Z, right? And I don't know, he was talking about art and music and where it evolves from, how it happens, and such. And I don't know, just an inspiring kind of guy. I think the takeaway there is just to keep doing what you do, right? Do what you do because you like it, and it's entertaining to you, right? Like, singing that song is fun to me. It's like, life, it's a short, happy life. Right? It's just fun. So this is also fun. We're here live every morning at 9 a.m. trying to find out what the hell's going on in the world. Today is a kind of a mixed bag. It looks like, I would say the big story is Trump is invading the Bronx. Invading the Bronx, right? No Republican dare go to the Bronx, where all the blacks and Latinos are, because the Republicans are historically racist, right? Or whatever else the Democrats call them. All right, so why would Trump go to the Bronx? I don't know. I say he should go to the Bronx because he was born next door in Queens, right? Well, why not? Right? I think New York, I think the bulk of New York loves Trump. And so that's breaking. I mean, the other day Trump was down. This is big because it's an American election. The sitting party Democrats have vilified the former president Donald Trump. Tried to throw him in jail. Tried to pin the war in Ukraine on him. Everything that goes wrong in the world is Trump's fault. Tried to say he rigged the election in 2016, and then when he accused the Democrats of rigging the election, they tried to throw him in jail for insurrection. So it's quite a time we live in, and Trump is heading to the Bronx tomorrow. Today is Wednesday. Tomorrow is Thursday. Not a giant crowd. It's not going to be the size of Wildwood. Was 100,000. They have, I believe, they have approval for about 3,000 or 4,000 in Queens. If it gets too big, they'll fill it up. The park, Crotona, I believe the name of the park is in the Bronx, just above the South Bronx. It's not that big, so Trump is going to fill up a crowd, fill up the park with a crowd of Trump people. And hopefully there's lots of blacks and Latinos in there so we could solve we could put this mystery to rest. Has Trump successfully gotten the black vote? Well, it doesn't look like entirely. It still looks like it's like, 60-40 in favor of Biden, just by color, right? Because that's what the Democrats do. They racialize everything. If you're white, you have to vote for the Democrat because the Democrats represent you. And Trump is singing a different tune, which is fascinating, right? Unfortunately, Trump carries a lot of the baggage of the Republican Party. There's a lot of baggage in the Republican Party. So look at that. And for whatever it's worth, there's a lot of little stories going on. A guy in fascinating video of a guy tight-roping across two abandoned towers in L.A. Fascinating, right? It reminded me of Philippe Petit, who walked across the World Trade Centers in the 1970s. So there's this young man who walked across these towers, and they got a video of it. He didn't look that secure. He looked like an amateur, and he was about to fall at any moment. But we got the video of it. And what else is happening? What else is fucking? Oh yeah, McDonald's. McDonald's is a fucking crazy video of a lady drying a mop in the French fry machine while the French fries were under it. She just took the fucking mop and used the mop dryer, right? And student loans too. Student loans. We'll talk about that. I'm not a fan of Joe Biden anymore. I think he's quite senile and incapable of leading a country. But he's doing, him and his cohorts. Elizabeth Warren and Bernie Sanders are very effective at getting student loans in America wiped out. Now, I'm not talking about, look, student loans, I think student loans or higher education in this country should be somewhat free. Not all universities should be free, but I think that the government should support and or finance basic college education, basic health care. Right? These are the things that a great country strives to become, something that can give back to its people. Like in Venezuela. There is no Yugoslavia. In Venezuela, every citizen gets gas, right, for pennies on the dollar, right, because they have gas under their feet. Right? And in this country, we have enormous wealth. Oil. They have oil under their feet, not gas. So I think that, America, the United States, what's the point of being a citizen unless you can reap the benefits of this great nation? Some will argue, well, I don't want to pay for someone else's college education. Well, it's not necessarily you're paying for it because you're advancing your culture by educating people, right? And the education system itself needs to be revamped because there's a lot of bullshit right now disguised as higher education, if you know what I mean. What else? Yeah, so we'll look at those stories. Here's my thumbnail. There's Trump in Wildwood, New Jersey. Try to find a black face in the crowd. You can't. Maybe one, maybe two. I think I see an afro over here. Is that a black afro? But this is Trump down there in Wildwood, New Jersey. Maybe a 2-hour drive. It's 3 hours. 3-hour drive to the Bronx. Still on the East Coast. Right, and so let's see if he gets a repeat. Let's see if Trump can jam up the fucking city and stop it tomorrow, Thursday. And so look at that. I got a website. My name is Marcus Conte. Every morning, educational, philosophical live stream right here on YouTube. If we're not on YouTube, we'll be somewhere else. You just come to the website and click right here, watch live on. And right now we're live on YouTube, and we hope to stay here. We don't see any more nonsense COVID problems. We're going to talk. There's a story actually that I'm going to talk about a little bit about a couple of gym owners that beat all of the charges that were piled on their head during the pandemic because they decided to keep their gym open. Right? And they were fined thousands, millions of dollars trying to get run out of business. So we'll talk about that story too. And every morning, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time right here in the United States of America. And you can watch anywhere else in the world right here. Rumble, Odyssey, BitChute, Facebook, Twitter, Getter, Truth Social, and wherever else these videos might appear. I'm not going to say it. Tip jar as well. PayPal, Patreon. You could join us there as well as a contributor. So let's start here. This is actually interesting. Hamas and Hezbollah, the Muslim Brotherhood, as it's called, join the mourners for Ibrahim Raisi, the president of Iran. Look at this mass funeral in Iran. Look at this. Oh, there they are. You notice they're a little nervous? You notice hold on a second. You notice these guys are a little nervous? They're looking around because they're marked. Right? These guys are fucking, targets, right? The Israelis are trying to kill these guys. Why is Hamas leaders in Iran, right? They escaped, I guess. Right? The leaders of Gaza, right, formerly Gaza, are fucking hiding in Iran. You saw that? Hey. It's always a tragedy when the leader of a country gets killed like that. Right? Still nobody knows who did it. Oh, it was an accident. The plane went down. The helicopter went down. So the jury's still out on that. Again, fascinating images coming out of Iran right now. Passing the body around like a joint. They're passing the dead body around like a doobie. Hey, let me get some of that dead body. Women in traditional rap. Men in military. Hey, listen, this is their country. They can do whatever they want. If everybody wants to wear a headband, go ahead. So a lot of sympathy, a lot of support going out there to Hamas. Welcome everybody in the chat. Rain, Vinny DiMartini is in the house. I love it. Vinny is here. Weevil Girl is here as well. I forgot to say hello to everybody. Welcome. Vinny was having some operation, and Vinny is back. Vinny is strong as ever. William R. Hall, sunny blue skies in Syracuse. Born annoying. What's up? Bored annoying. I got to do the market report. I forgot to do that yesterday, but I'll do it. So check this out. There's just a quick video of a woman. What do you see? Watch it again. Bang! What is that? A woman. There's a woman right there. It's McDonald's. Obviously, we've all been there and seen it. And she's in the. This is Australia, and she's in the French fry cooker, right? And she's using the cooker over the French fries to dry a fucking dirty mop. Can't make it up. Look at some of the comments. Some of the comments are hysterical. Look at this shit. Fucking. Look at this. We have addressed this. May as well just sweep the fries around on the floor for flavor. Just throw the fries on the floor and fucking you get the flavor right there. What else? What else? So that's where the flavor comes from, says another person. That's right. 2 all-beef patties, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions on a sesame seed mop. The old McMop is back, right? So horrible thing, right? Fucking what was in this lady's head when she did that, right? So be careful when you go to McDonald's, right? You don't always get what you think you're getting. Stomach churning video. Here's the thrill seeker. All right, so watch this guy. This guy's fucking amazing. Watch this guy. He's gonna walk across 2 buildings. Watch this.
And first, I want to tell you why we are airing this story. This city has spent more than $1 million taxpayer dollars to secure this property, and people are.
L.A. is a shithole right now. Look at this. L.A. These are the new buildings that the Chinese built. And they fucking ran out of money, or they lost their ability to do it, right? And you've got all these empty high rises in LA. I've never seen them. I've never been to. I haven't seen this live, but I believe it's there.
Are still breaking in. These towers here have become a home to dangerous and illegal activity, and that continued last weekend. And I will warn you, this video may be hard to watch.
Let's watch it. Oh, man, there he is.
Stopping video shows a man on a slack line moving between 2 graffiti-filled skyscrapers downtown Los Angeles.
I wanted to create the greatest art piece Los Angeles has ever seen.
Ben Schneider,
I'm trying
a performance artist.
I got to turn off the audio because I suspect that song might hit the video. But there he is, walking across.
What's going through my mind when I was walking was pretty much just don't look down, don't fall, and don't die. There's fire trucks underneath me. There's police officers. They were still at the bottom. They didn't come up and do anything. They just were watching from the bottom, I guess.
They didn't arrest them. That's interesting. They arrested Philippe Petit. I wonder if Philippe is watching this. Philippe is the guy, the tightrope walker who walked across the World Trade Centers. I think he's been one-upped. What do you think?
6 to 7 times. And then
he did it 6 or 7 times. Oh, wait a second.
Well, we're probably getting arrested pretty soon. Let's get out before the cops arrest us.
Oh, he's got a line. Wait a second.
Don't fall and don't die. There's fire trucks underneath me.
Hold on a second.
Police officers.
He's got a chute on too. He's cheating. He totally cheated. He's got a fucking chute on.
Just don't look down.
Look, shoot. He's got a parachute on. Marcus Conti calling it. The guy's a fake. Look, you don't walk a tightrope with a parachute. There's no risk. He's also got a line, it looks like, tied onto him. I think the line is connected to the parachute. So if he falls, it doesn't keep him on the line. It just pulls the chute and he does a free fall. He's a free fall guy.
Don't fall and don't die. There's fire trucks underneath me. There's police officers. They were still at the bottom. They didn't come up and do anything. They just were watching from the bottom, I guess. We did it like 6 to 7 times.
Yeah, you see that?
And then we were like, well, we're probably going to get arrested pretty soon. Let's get out before the cops arrest us.
This is just the latest issue at the...
I'm not able to... Why am I not able to withdraw? Why am I not able to go backwards? Something fucked up about the video. We jammed. We're jamming here. My video's dead. Try one more time. But you saw it. Let's see.
Well, for months now, we have covered the
Stopping video shows a man.
I just want to see the part where I want to see his equipment. Right? His equipment is important. I don't mean to debunk the guy, but it is part of the story, right? If he's doing this with a tightrope, it doesn't really, in my view, it doesn't really count. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't count.
There have been base jumpers here.
He's a base jumper. That's what he is.
Slackliners too.
See, he's a slackline. All right, so that's the end of that story. He's got a slackline on. If he falls, the chute is going to go off. So it was a nice try. Thrill seeker. He had a good time. But I'm not buying it. This is a good story right here. This gym owner, right? Listen to the report. Gym owners. All right, so back in 2020, everybody was getting shut down. You remember the big pandemic? How everybody was going to fucking die of the coronavirus, the Wuhan virus, and you're going to die. And if you don't wear a mask and stay 6 feet away, you're going to kill me. and all the garbage and nonsense and stupidity. If you don't get 5 injections, you're fucking gonna kill me.
Asking.
But so this guy and his buddy got their gym shut down for not wearing masks or allowing people in without the stupid requirements.
But did they destroy you, and can you come back?
Absolutely not. They tried to.
They tried to destroy me. So what's this? The New Jersey gym owner who defied COVID shutdown cleared of all charges after years-long legal battle. Right? They fought this guy and tried to bankrupt him.
Frank and I, when we opened back in May, we promised each other that we were going to see this all the way through and that we were going to fight until we had nothing left. And 7 months later, we're still fighting and we're still standing. We're well over $1 million in fines. We still get fined $15,000 every day.
This is from 2022, right? This is an old video of him, and they've been cleared of all charges. So
and those fines,
he doesn't know anything.
Are not even for being open anymore. They're for not mandating masks while our customers work out.
Pushing masks on customers working out. If you don't wear a mask, we're going to fine the gym, right? Remember this? Do you remember this, people? Do you remember what your government did to you, all right, in the name of keeping you safe and sound? Pushing all these fucking archaic, bizarre restrictions on people that turned out to have, I don't know, little or no significance.
We have no plans on paying those fines, and we still operate every single day. We are open. We have no less than 500 people come through on a daily basis. And as of yesterday, we just hit the 81,000 visit mark with 0 cases of COVID linked to the facility.
Oh, back to the other guy. So sorry, William R. Hall says, can he open the chute before he hits the ground? Says William R. Hall, talking about the tightrope guy, right? It looks like the rope, right? The rope that you pull the chute is attached to the line, right? It's attached to the cord. It's trailing him on the cord. That's what I saw. So when he falls, even if he's unconscious and he falls, the chute will automatically open, right? He won't splat on the ground. He'll fucking fall, I don't know, 100 feet, and then the chute will open, or less, and then he'll use his skill. I'm sure he's very skilled at parachuting and jumping, so he'll be able to navigate his way to the ground without smashing. Right? So it's like a tether line, right? It's like a tether line. When you jump out of the plane, the cord is attached to the plane. You don't pull anything. Right? So it was a fake jump, right?
So they very much did try to destroy us, but they have failed to do so.
What are we watching here? Yeah, so this guy, I just wanted to say quickly that this guy is, they beat all their charges, right? So, what does this say about all the people that got fired? Remember all the people that got fired for not getting the jab and not wearing the mask and not doing this and not doing that? And you're going to get me sick. And meanwhile, everybody who was saying it was deadly fucking sick and coughing and choking. Right? What does it say about that? Are those people going to get their jobs back? Are they going to get compensated for getting fired? Right? Well, it does look like the laws are changing. And here they are getting their fines down there in Belmore, New Jersey. It's a great video. Great photo right there. Guys should be proud of that photo. I'm here to tell you that fucking Governor Murphy sucked my ass. So here's the fines. Fines. So they beat their case. Good for them. Good for them. I got to give, where credit is due. Biden administration announces $7.7 billion in student debt forgiveness for 160,000 borrowers. Now, the bill, the amount of debt is somewhere up and around $400 billion. $400 billion, right, is owed to the higher education fucking whatever in this country that train people for I don't know what. Right? And, but look, Joe Biden, with the advice and guidance of Bernie Sanders and Elizabeth Warren and whoever else was involved in getting student loans dissolved, are definitely clearly behind this, right? And you have to give Joe Biden at least some credit for doing this. Now, they tried to challenge it legally. Many states accused the Biden administration of nefarious activity in terms of loan forgiveness. If you forgive this loan, you have to forgive all of those loans. And that didn't work out so well. So it didn't work out so well for Biden. So what they're doing is they're changing the rules within government to allow people forgiveness. And look, that's what you have to do, right? Student loans. I'm a victim of that. I got a student loan from 1985, 86. I never paid it. The interest that doubled and tripled. They chased me around. They fucking confiscated tax returns and all kinds of horrible things. Tried to garnish wage. I think they did actually once. Once upon a time, they tried to garnish wages. Very, very horrible fucking, thing, right, to happen, to come after you. It's the only loan in America that you can't get out of, right? Even bankruptcy or any of those things, you have no buffer, right? Corporate America, if you default on some kind of loan, you go bankrupt, then it's gone. The debt is gone. But student loan, fuck you. You pay until you die. Right? That's a bad loan. That's a unfair loan. That's not the kind of loan was in place when people said okay to it. Right? I never said okay to a lifelong loan. Right? So anyway, so there's definitely my position is that Joe Biden is doing a good thing by trying to quash student loans in this country or make colleges affordable in some way. So Joe Biden is, I don't want to talk about it. Joe Biden he's clearly senile. He said, he tried to say insurrectionist, and he said erectionists. He said the Capitol riot erectionists. Right? He can't even speak a full sentence, right, Joe? Joe's fucking gone, man. Joe Biden said he was the vice president during the pandemic. That's what he said. Well, let's listen to him at least say that. Let's listen.
Vice president, things were kind of bad during the pandemic. He calls the erectionists who stormed Capitol Hill patriots. He says if they're elected, he wants, quote, every one of them pardoned.
That's right, Joe. Donald Trump is on the record saying that. All of the people from January 6th who are sitting in prison for a political rally and a political demonstration in America, upon, Trump being elected or reelected, Trump's going to free them, right? That's amazing, right? That'll be an amazing day. When all those characters that are in jail for nothing more than a political rally walk out the door. Thank you, Joe, for reminding us, senile Joe. So Trump is rallying in deep blue Bronx where thousands are expected to show. He's not afraid.
New York rally since 2016. John Levine joins us. Now, he's a lifelong New Yorker. Will he improve? He's shaking your head.
Madness.
Will he? No, it's not. It's great. Will he improve his standing with black voters if he goes to the belly of the beast in the Bronx?
I mean, if you read some of these polls, they're really incredible. He's like winning Hispanic voters. He's doing 20 and 30% among black voters, particularly black men. He's very popular. But the problem is, Stuart, I don't know that I believe these polls.
You don't believe these polls? Why don't you believe? Now you don't believe the polls. Why?
I know certainly
they're unbelievable. That's the point, right? I think he's going to catch himself. The polls that suggest that Trump is making grounds into the black and Hispanic community is shocking, right? And it's unbelievable.
President Biden doesn't believe the polls, and he's
Why don't you believe them?
It's pretty incredible. I mean, Republican candidates.
Oh, it's so extreme that you can't believe it.
Yeah, it's so extreme that I can't believe it. It would be a major seat.
It's so extreme that I can't believe it. How could a black person vote for Trump? We've tried everything to smear him, and it just doesn't work.
Change if Trump was able to achieve numbers like that in real life. And the election is still many months away. The Democratic Biden spending campaign machine hasn't cranked up into high gear. And I think when that happens, it's much more likely we'll see more traditional levels of support among them.
That's a good poll right there. So you see, this is, I guess, alleged black vote, right? So you see in May, Biden had 72% of the black vote, as opposed to Trump's 23%, right? That's May. That's now. Back in October, Biden had 79% and Trump had 14%. So that's a massive surge in support, right? However, Biden is still leading amongst blacks 72 to 23. Can Trump turn New York blue? Well, he's in the right place to try, because most of New York, above the city of New York, is already red, right? They went overwhelmingly for Bernie Sanders in 2016, and it looks like they went overwhelmingly for Trump right after Bernie was out of the game, and then again in 2020. So I would say most of New York is already in the pocket for Trump. It's just the city, right? The corruption and the confusion in New York City is what causes Trump to not be able to win, right? So if Trump is doing the right thing, by Trump going to the South Bronx, by Trump going to the Village, going to the Upper East Side, hold a rally in Central Park, fucking Trump, fill up Central Park, right? By doing those things, he's making headway into his home state. Right? Remember, Trump is a New Yorker. Trump can relate to New York in a way that no other, sitting president could, because he's from New York. Right? So I think it's a good idea, and it is working so far.
He's doing the right thing.
He's doing the right thing.
Absolutely. I mean, who knows what kind of crowd he can get there?
There's no question that Joe Biden takes New York for granted. He comes here for high-dollar fundraisers
Correct.
with billionaires and then gets the money and spends it in the swing states.
Yeah. So, I don't know those guys. So, going home again. No, please. No, I don't want to listen to your stupid commercial. I don't want to listen. I don't care. Former President Trump is set to hold a campaign rally in the South Bronx on Thursday. An audacious statement of intent in a borough that hasn't backed a Republican for the White House in 100 years. Can Trump turn this around? I don't know if he can if he's making headway right into New York blacks and Hispanics. What does it say about swing states like Pennsylvania, for example, or Ohio, or Michigan, or North Carolina? These places are clearly. Look, there's more blacks in North Carolina than there is in South Bronx, right? In the Bronx. So if Trump starts to chop away at black votes, you know what Trump should do? Trump should go all black, right? That's what he should do. Trump should go fucking ballistic black, right? Take off the gold tie and put on a gold chain, right? Come out with a muscle tee. Right, a do-rag, a fucking do-rag, right, and a gold chain and a gold tooth, right? Fucking implant a gold tooth, right? And go all black, right? And have prominent blacks at your side. I think it would be fun, right? And Trump's an entertainer; he can do it. He can pull it off. Go all black, right? Or be more dignified, right? Then you know what'll happen? He'll be accused. See, that's Trump in blackface. That's Trump in blackface. He's acting black. How disrespectful. That's what the white Democrats will say. See, he's horrible. He's a racist. So Trump is pushing into New York. There's no doubt about it. Should have done. It's long overdue. It's long overdue. New York, New Jersey is going to go red. That's the problem right there, right? If Trump were running in the Democratic Party, this wouldn't be an issue, right? Trump's politics are not that different. I don't think. I think Trump is center left. The Republicans are right. Right? And the Democrats are extreme left. Right? The country is drifting center left, in my view. Well, maybe not really. I take that back. New York is center left. I think the country is mostly center right. Right? I'll say that. New York, if you had to weigh the things that make one left or one right, like war, like abortion, like immigration, I would say that the country leans center right, meaning more conservative, right? But New York overall is not extreme left. New York is center left, slightly, right? And I mean slightly center left. Can Trump pull it back, right? Trump is 100% right he should stay in New York. He should just campaign only in New York. Because if you can win New York, you're going to win L.A. too. If you start getting, prominent blacks and excitement in the community of Black America in New York, you're going to also that's going to work its way into L.A. as well, Los Angeles, certainly Chicago. It's so horrible that we have to talk about voters in terms of the skin color, but that's what it is. That's what it is. That's how people are targeted based on their skin color, right? And it becomes, really does become their belief, I suppose. I'm black, I have to vote Democrat. I fucking can't vote for Trump. I can't admit it. That's also important to remember. Most people will not admit who they vote for. So even if the polls are showing an increase in black support for Trump, that means it's probably overwhelming because most people won't say it out loud. They'll just vote for Trump when the time comes. Right? Most people don't go around broadcasting who they're going to fucking vote for. Nobody cares. Nobody even asks them. They just walk in, they fill out the card, they stick it in the machine, and they're done. Right? Nobody asks who you voted for. None of that shit, right? So what's this? Trump's outreach is targeting traditional Democratic blocs. What is this? What is this photo? This is the shot on the sand, I think. This is Wildwood, New Jersey. Wildwood, New Jersey. So Trump is... here's the park. Here's the park in the Bronx. It's right here. See this? The park. Get out of there. Get out of there. So the park is it's right here, and as I pull back, you see it's just above the great island of Manhattan, which is an island. You can see there's water all the way around Manhattan. People think, oh, it's connected. No, it's not. It's an island. There's water all the way around New York City, Manhattan Island. That's why they call it an island. He's right up there by Yankee Stadium. The park looks pretty big, in my view. Look at this. So the park is, here's Yankee Stadium. Let's look. In comparison, where's Yankee Stadium? They just showed it. Where's Yankee Stadium? Well, Yankee Stadium is over here, and it's small, and it doesn't hold as nearly as many people as Crotona East Park. So if you're in New York or you're in the area, you want to definitely get down there and see the Trump rally in the Bronx, and bring a camera, man. Bring a camera, and get the shot. Let's look at the markets. I forgot yesterday. I apologize. I know a lot of people follow the markets. That's why they're here. So NASDAQ right now, the markets are open, 9:41 New York time. NASDAQ down 19. NVIDIA reported yesterday, down 12 today. I don't know what the news there is. but it looks like a kind of flat. NVIDIA is set for blockbuster earnings release. Okay, I'm sorry. NVIDIA didn't report yet. They're going to report at the bell, right? So NASDAQ is down ahead of NVIDIA's earnings report, right? And what else? Most of the technology looks like is off right now. A little down to flat. Tesla is down 5. Rivian down 2 cents. Trump stock DJT, if you're interested, leading into the election. Trump Media and Technology Group, $42 a share. It was 70 and it was 22. Right now, it's somewhere in the middle at 42. What about the Bitcoin? I know people come here and follow Bitcoin. Bitcoin down 1,200 today, $1,200 Bitcoin down. But so what? It's still hanging at $69,000 per share, $69,400. Right? That's a lot. That's a lot. We were on this program saying 30. It would never break 30. Now it's ready to break 70. That's big. It's a huge move for Bitcoin. And that's Bitcoin against the dollar, by the way. So markets, it's red, but I'd call it flat. It's not that red. And the big news is going to be NVIDIA at the close. NVIDIA at the bell, down 9 right now. Probably a good trade if you took it, and it'll probably open over 1,000 tomorrow. So that's what's going on in the markets. I'm going to let Bernie Sanders take us out. Great respect for Bernie. We talked about the International Criminal Court yesterday, and Bernie points out that the International Criminal Court was very excited to indict Putin, right, for his war crimes in Ukraine. But when it came time to when the International Criminal Court said that arrest warrants should be issued for Hamas, Hezbollah, and Israel Netanyahu, they took their there was outrage. You can't possibly say that Netanyahu is a criminal, right? So here's Bernie pointing it out.
Mr. President, yesterday the ICC prosecutor announced that he was requesting arrest warrants for 3 top Hamas leaders, including Yahya Sinwar, the group's leader in Gaza. To my mind, Sinwar and his Hamas accomplices are clearly war criminals.
Yep.
The horrific October 7th terrorist attack on Israel began this war and included the mass murder of 1,200 innocent men, women, and children, the taking of hundreds of hostages, and sexual violence against captives. These war crimes are well documented, and very few people would dispute the merits of those charges. Mr. President, the ICC prosecutor also asked for arrest warrants for Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu and Defense Minister Gallant.
Yep.
The ICC charges focus on the use of starvation of civilians as a method of war, as well as international attacks against the civilian population. Those are the charges. The use of starvation of civilians as a method of war, clearly a war crime, as well as intentional attacks against the civilian population. Specifically, the prosecutor says that Netanyahu is responsible for, quote, depriving civilians of objects indispensable to their survival, including willfully impeding relief supplies as provided for under the Geneva Conventions, end quote. Now, many people here in the Beltway in Washington have responded negatively to this decision from the ICC prosecutor. It seems that some folks here were comfortable with what the ICC did in terms of Putin and in terms of Sinwar, but not with Netanyahu. Some have argued that it is unfair to compare the democratically elected head of the Israeli government to Putin, who runs an authoritarian system, or Sinwar, the head of a terrorist organization. But that is not what the ICC has done. In fact, the ICC prosecutor has looked at what